What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? Let me know if you can hear me okay. What is going on, everyone? Just let me know if you can hear me, every. Awesome. Sound is good. What's up, Jay, Nick? Good evening. Everyone watching football today? What's up, taking profits? Um, all right, let's get the game. All right, so this is going to be the new layout. I'm going to be streaming every day. We're going to get started here in 2 minutes. Let people get in here. Big win for the Giants. Yeah, 21-20. Surprised they came back and won. All right, let's give it 2 minutes and then we'll get started. Wait for everyone to get in here. What's up, Alexander? How you doing? Yes, I'll be streaming Monday to Friday going forward on YouTube, which is this channel. Um, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 9:30 Eastern. And then at 9:30, I'm just going to switch to Discord voice. Just like, what Ghost does. Um, right. So now we'll have me, Ghost, D Cruz, all streaming live. It's gonna be huge for you guys. What questions does everyone have to start? Also question for everyone. Um, would you guys rather prefer the stream be on Sunday morning around 11 a.m. or Thursday night, let's say? Because a lot of people now with football starting aren't really going to be able to make the streams on Sunday night. So let me know in the comments. Um, would you rather it Sunday morning around 11 a.m. Eastern, of course, or would you rather it on Thursday night at 8 p.m.? Sunday morning. Oh yeah, Thursday night football too. Just realized that. All right, so maybe we'll do Sunday morning. Sunday morning at like 11 a.m., 11 to 12. I think that would be a good time. Right? That way, we'll get it over with in the morning, and then everyone has the rest of their night to watch the video before, um, before market opens every Monday. All right, so SPX, um, right? The first thing I'm looking at is this trend line here, right? We rejected. Here's the high. Then we rejected here again, right? So that's three rejections, and then we broke through here on the 22nd, um, or on the 9th, excuse me, last Friday. And right, look where we're rejecting. This previous resistance acting as a new, or this previous support acting as a new resistance. So we need SPX to break over this tomorrow or Tuesday or sometime this week in order to see the next leg up. Covering SPX right now. Yeah, I have Microsoft on my watch list as well. But take a look at this level, right? Previous support, previous resistance acted as a support again, right? This is what we look for: old resistance to become new support, and old support to become new resistance. That's what you want to look for every single time, uh, right? So again here, right? So this 4079 level, huge level, need to get over that. Once we break that, right, you just got to play the levels, right? We should test this level here, right in this region, right between this previous low, around 4120 or so, and this previous low, right around 4106, 4107. This region is going to act as resistance, right? So if we do push up over this um, tomorrow, right, I would take profits within this region here, right? Because ideally, or usually, right, we're going to push to this region and we're going to start to consolidate, potentially reject, come back down, retest, and then potentially break out, right? But if you're day trading, you don't really want to take that risk of it coming back down and losing the value in those contracts. Right. So this is my view for SPX. Looks pretty bullish. Um, but again, just play the levels. Don't have a bullish or bearish mindset. Just have a neutral mindset and um and just keep an eye on this level here. Anyone have any questions so far? Market open, you're waiting for a range or looking at the 1 minute chart. I rarely look at the 1 minute. I tip if we gap up or gap down, I always wait for a range. Right, I'll wait for a high of the day and a low of the day within the first 15 to 25 minutes. Um, but that's usually what I look for. I do not use EMAs. Can you show you chart later on, like going over different chart setups? Uh, Take profits. Really, no specific time frame, right? I'm constantly switching back and forth between all these. When the market's open, right, I always want to see every single view. Right, I'll switch back and forth between all of them. Right, QQQ and SPX. Right, take a look at the 1 hour. Looks super bullish. But again, right, have a neutral mindset and just continue to play the levels. Right, so we got that level. We got this high right here. If I can get the mouse on it. There we go. Yeah, I'm down to do some chart requests. Let me know what tickers you guys want me to go over. Right, the only thing I don't like is look at this. Right, so support, support, support. Right, 3 bounces. Right, these are some pretty major bounces here. We broke through end of August here, and now we're testing it again, right? So we could reject and come back down to this zone here, right, as like a retest, right? So if we do not break that zone, right, same thing for SPX. Let's pull this down here. right? Kind of, actually, much better situation looking at SPX. This looks way better than QQQ. Yeah, SPX looks way better, but we could get a potential retest back down to this level here, right? Previous resistance acted as support on the 29th, and then it rejected again on the 31st and the 2nd, right? Before breaking out to the upside. So it would make sense for, right, old support or old resistance to act as a new support, right? And then continue to the upside. Um, so, right, just have a neutral mindset and just play the levels. What's up, Mal? Just ended the stream. Awesome. Mal, what did you go over in your stream? You have any good setups for me? IWM looks pretty good too, right? I like this bottom trend line just like SPX. QQQ doesn't have it though. Let's take a look at VIX, right? VIX is an amazing ticker to keep an eye on in order to, right, have a sentiment of bearish or bullish, right? When SPX doesn't really have a setup, it's always good to take a look at VIX. This triple top or quadruple top, whatever you want to call it, right? This was a huge right, sign to play downside on or upside on SPX. Yeah, beyond. Let's see. Right, so I have the same chart as C Blast. This looks really good. I just thought I added it to my watch list. Right, multiple levels of rejections across this high here. Right, support with multiple bottoms here, and we're flagging perfectly. Right, so this looks ready to go. Change the color on that. Right, this one looks ready to go. Right, if we can break 2307, right, first we need to break out of the flag. Right, break here, and then we need to test this resistance right there. And then if 2307 can break, right, we should push up and move to the next level. What's up, Brady? Netflix. Let's go over Netflix. I have it right here. Right. So same setup as kind of the other ones. Right. Rejected multiple times. We were flagging big time here. This flag was perfect. Right. This is what you need to look for when you're trading. Right. These kind of flags. Right. If we go into the smaller time frame, right. This is like a perfect consolidation period. Right. Higher lows, lower highs, and boom, breakout. Right to the next level of resistance. Right. We rejected once, rejected twice, and it rejected again for the third time. And then it's just consolidating, right? But it does look like a rising wedge. I have this charted already. Right. It really depends on what QQQ does, but this chart lines up perfect with the QQQ sentiment that I said before, right? It kind of looks bearish tech, right? Because we have previous resistance, right? This trend line from the lows here. It looks like we're going to reject and come back down and retest this zone down here around 300, right? So Netflix kind of just lines up with that same sentiment. We went over NVIDIA, Chewy, ES levels. Yeah, I don't really look at futures too much because it doesn't really affect me, right? If you're just day trading, the only thing that matters is the open market, right? Because you can trade whether the market's down or up 500 points, right? It doesn't really matter. Um, but if you're swing trading, right, obviously it's going to have a little bit more of a factor. You're gonna right, you're gonna have to adjust your positions and position sizing based on futures. Um, But yeah, Beyond looks great. I know this is on CBLS watch list. Looks pretty good. I'm going to set an alert right here. All right, right before we break out of this high. Let's see. Right there. 2288. Tesla chart. Right, here's the 1 hour. Um, right, rejected once, rejected twice, rejected 3 times, and we haven't tested that zone since, right? And then we had this downtrend from right middle of August to the beginning of September. We rejected this level multiple times, then we finally broke out and retested, right? This is what happens every single time, right? We get the breakout, big volume, and then we come back down, retest, and continue back in the same direction. Right now, we've been pushing. Tesla's been very strong, but we're coming up to a big level here, right? Previous support, support again, and then it turned into a resistance 3 times. And we're testing it again, right? Right around that 300 level, right? 299.72. So 300 is going to act as a significant resistance. And if we take a look at the smaller time frame, this could potentially be a rising wedge, right? Something like that, which, if that's true, right, a move to the downside makes sense, right? Also looking at VIX, right? This just broke down, right? We're kind of approaching support region here, right? This is kind of an area of support, right? Previous support turned into a resistance, right? Once, twice, and then turned into a support again, right? Just broke this support here, right? So if we test this region, right? I mean, SPX is going to go up, but then if we bounce and move back up to the upside around 27, 28, that's bearish, right? So everything kind of lines up, and that's how you have to view the market every single day. See what else we got. Nvidia, I was just looking at this briefly, right? This previous resistance, right where the market opened up. We're kind of hovering right there, and we're kind of flagging, right? So it depends where we open up tomorrow. But I'm going to keep an eye on this, and we could definitely play calls over that high or puts underneath this low here. Right, so 143.13 and 144.73 are the two levels that I would keep an eye out on. And that's for NVIDIA. Also, I'll be live tomorrow, so any updates to these charts I will do with you guys in the morning on YouTube. Right, so that's going to be huge for you guys. You'll see exactly what I'm looking at, and I'll be on voice chat, so you'll have my entry and exit as soon as I have my entry and exit. Right, so it won't be delayed. Right, so that whole situation is kind of fixed now. Um, right, game changer for everyone. If this breaks to the downside, right, target's going to be 141.66. That's the level I'm going to be looking for, right? This previous resistance is going to act as a new support. What is everyone looking at this week? Let's get some activity in the chat here. Right. Also looking at Apple, right, with tech being bearish or QQQ being slightly bearish. Right. Take a look at this chart. Um, right. Multiple levels of resistance. We finally broke out last week. And again, just like Netflix, rising wedge. I love playing these rising wedges because they always have, huge moves to the downside. Right. Let's say if I inverse it, right, everyone would be playing this to the upside. Right. Here's the inverse Apple chart. right? This just looks ready to break out and push highs, right over this high here, right? So I'll be covering the hashtag mverted strategy, we like to call it. Um, but I'll be doing that a lot in the Discord as well. Netflix, Bidu. I know this is on. See, let's watch this as well. Right, looks very good. Multiple levels of rejections. We finally broke out to the upside, consolidating right below previous support. Right, acted as resistance, and it acted as support. Right, and then it rejected again. Nice little kind of a triangle, but looks ready to move. And then Microsoft, right, same thing as the other tech. Little triangle here at resistance, right, potential rising wedge, and then beyond. All right, we covered that. Let's go over some of the tickers that you guys mentioned. Meta. So the thing with Meta, right, I love this bottom here. Look how many times we bounced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so huge support, right, and then a common level of resistance right in this region here, right? We rejected once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5, 6, and 7, and then we finally broke out. We're pushing through these resistances here, right? So next level, it needs to hold, right? It needs to hold 167.84, right? Rejected once, twice, and 3 times, and then it's going to need to push up to this level here, 170.87, right? Just the next resistance above. Right? It rejected once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, and then 7. Right? So a huge level at around the 170. If this can push, then we should potentially get a push to this next resistance here up in this region. Right? So Meta looks pretty good. CPI comes out on the 13th. Um, thank you, Sam. Good to just keep that in mind. But again, if you're just playing the chart, just keep an eye on the chart. Don't let anything else really influence your decision. Let's check out coin. I haven't looked at coin in a bit. Right, so the first thing I see here is right, kind of has a trend line down here, cuts through here. Um, Nothing too significant that I really like. Right, I'm kind of like trying to force a chart here. Um, Nothing that I would really trade here. Let's check out Riot too. I used to trade this all the time. Yeah, I don't really like these charts that are just that look like this, honestly. Um, I typically stay away from these. I like the big name tickers. AMD I covered, I think. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I guess I didn't. Let's take a look. It's probably going to be the same thing as NVIDIA. Right, basically the same thing, right? We had this resistance, right? We created a bottom here, and then we broke out to the upside, tested this next level here, and now we are pushing up. Needs to break over this 85.69 level. Right, we bounced off once, twice, 3 times, turned into a resistance, turned into a support again, acted as a support, turned into a resistance, right? And now we're hovering right below it again. So, right, just like I mentioned on all the other names, old support will act as a new resistance, and old resistance will act as a new support. So if this can break through, right, that'd be great. And then come back down, retest, and continue to the upside. in continuation. Looks pretty good. I add to the watch list. Set an alert right here. And that's what I do. If you guys can, please like the video. It just helps out. Let's take a look at Uber. Let's see. Um, Nothing really too much I like here. I'm not a fan of this. Let's see, actually, the daily. That's actually pretty interesting. All right, look at the daily. The daily is sitting right at this resistance. Look how many times we rejected, right? So from the high of 64.05, rejected once, twice, three times, four times, and now we're testing it again. So I'm going to set an alert here at this most recent rejection site, right? This resistance makes sense, right? We acted as resistance back in October of 2019, acted as resistance here, then we turned into a new support, right? Acted as support here in January, then acted as resistance again, right? So the same 33, 35 level or zone, whatever you want to call it, multiple times it's bounced, right? So if we can break over this 33, 35, right, with this confluence here, right, from this trend line, right? So we have a diagonal trend line and a horizontal trend line, right? So if this level can break, we should see the next move up to the next level, right? Which is this zone right here. Right? Does that make sense to everyone? Let me know if that makes sense. This is on the daily, so it's going to be a much longer trade if you do take it. So, right, not a day trade. Um, I would go a few months out for this one, right? This is the daily, so you want to give yourself time, and you want to let the setup play out. Let's check out AFRM. I don't like this. I like the big names, guys. I like playing these the big name tickers. They move better, they have more volume. Contracts are easier to get filled on. You could buy more contracts, you could sell more contracts. Um, and there's more volatility usually, right? Not saying that those names, Riot, Coin, Uber, whatever it may be, aren't good to trade. It's just not my style. Everyone has their own trading style, so um, you know, that's that. Ulta. I haven't looked at this name in a while. I'll take a look, but I probably won't like it. Right, pretty ugly chart. Right, ton of consolidation in the last year or so. It is flagging, but like there's no volume, right? It even chops here on the 5 minute. Nothing really. Moderna. Right, kind of creating higher and higher lows, rejecting multiple times at this 142 level. It could push up. Not something I really like though. Right, I really just trade the same names over and over again. I'm most consistent doing it, right? SPX, you could do 0 data expirations every day now. It's nice. It's nice trading it. Let's see, CVX. Chevron. I don't think I've ever looked at this name. Right. This is just like a basic principle, right? Rejected multiple times, broke out to the upside, rejected, right? Previous support as a new resistance, right? Previous resistance, right? So it needs to break over 160.61, right? Same thing for every chart. Always look for common levels of support and resistance because they're going to act as support and resistance again, right? Make trading easier than it needs to be, right? A lot of people try and complicate it. It's just looking at the levels. XOM looks pretty good actually, right? Rejected once, twice, and three times, right? So if this can break over, it should see a push up to around 97, 98. Rejected here too, right? Old resistance acts as a new support, right? Once, twice, three times. So if this breaks, it's going to push up to here. There's not much room to run. But if this breaks, then right, we also have a gap to fill here to 100, right? So that's something to keep an eye on. I'll set an alert, and that's that. How would I size on long dated trades like Uber? Just normal position size, 1 to 3%. Looks pretty good though if it can break out. CLX. Did I look at this yet? No. Clorox. Let's see. Break above 150. You said. Yep. Perfect. You got it. That's the level I would look at. Right. This high here, 150.31. Right. Rejected once, twice, three times. If this can push over, right, it can definitely push up to this level here. Definitely push up. If you guys can drop a like, I would really appreciate that. There's only 35 so far. Let's see if we can get that to 80 or 90. It does help a bit. Let's take a look at Neo. Neo looked good last week, but it couldn't get the full breakout. Maybe we'll get it this week. Right, this level right here. But then if we go into the smaller time frame, right, take a look at this. Right, so we broke out. Now we're kind of flagging here. So if this can break this high, all right, I'll set an alert before it. If that can break this, we should push up to this next high here. Thank you, ASW. Appreciate it. Awesome. Now we're at 50. I appreciate it, guys. I'm excited to stream every day. It's gonna be really good. It's gonna be big time. It's gonna be a huge help for you guys. Um, Also looking on improving like my skill about speaking about it. Right when I first started streaming, it was very difficult for me to speak like the thought process behind what I was doing. Right, because as a trader, you don't really speak about it. Right, you just do it. It's all in your head. So I got much better at that, right? From streaming from the last 2 years or so. Um, and I'm looking to get even better. Right? So it'd be good for you guys too. I'll be streaming Monday to Friday, right? Like just like what it says here, right here. Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 9:30 on this YouTube channel. So turn on the notifications or whatever. And then after 9:30, when the market opens, I'm going to be going to Discord, right? Discord voice chat, BullTrades, um, right? BullTrades.net. You can find that, right? And as a member of BullTrades, right? Most people probably know this already, but it comes with the dashboard, right? All this, right? We have the app coming soon, right? This is a huge, huge help. Real time option flow. We have the dark pool flow, right? You can see all this. You can see the snapshot, right? Bullish flow and bearish flow. What tickers are bullish or what tickers are bearish, right? You can even open it up and see the different plays here, right? Historical, you can go back a year or so or 2 years, whatever it may be. Um, right? All the ratings, see all that. You can even see the analyst alerts here, right? The Discord in here, haven't synced yet. Um, TA, right? Levels given, different levels of support and resistance, earnings or analytics page, right? For a ticker. You can see the earnings calendar, right? Super easy. Shows you every single name. And then if you click it, right, it gives you, some more information if they have it. And then the news page, right? Click this, right? It will take you right to the news article. A lot of people like dark pools for identifying key levels of support and resistance, right? So for example, right, there was an order of 3.7 million on F, right, at 1542, right? So we can't tell if it's a support or resistance. Wait, this looks really good actually. Let's take a look at F. That looked really good. That's kind of funny that I just came across that. But this is like a perfect falling wedge break, right? This is what I say. This is what I mean when I say you want to see the setup right away. I'm adding this to the watch list. Chris or C Blast, if you're in here, I feel like this would be perfect for you too. This might be like the top watch of the week. That's the 2 hour chart. I mean, that is perfect. To find the dashboard, right? Just go to bulltrades.net or BullTrades, right? BullTrades home, and then right, extend the page a little bit. Once you sign in, right, just click dashboard, and it will bring you right to this page. So 1542, 3.7 million. 1542, which is the current price, would have closed at, right? So this can either act as a support or resistance, right? We need to break that 1542 level, um, which, ideally it's going to be a support now, right? Because we broke out of this little wedge here. Um, and that's how, most people utilize it. Let's take a look at the fibs. Sitting right between the 236 and the 382. Interesting. This looks really, really good. This is going to be the top watch of the week. I haven't played Ford in a long, long time. Um, but the setup looks great. This is like perfect for a challenge account play. This is perfect for like a swing trade. So if we'll keep an eye on this. But back to the dashboard, right? That's how we utilize it. Um, right. If you didn't know, you can click the names of these and the chart will come right up. Right. So a lot of the times I'll like to look at Out of the money calls, out of the money puts, right? Weekly expiration. So this week, right, it will be the 12th to the 16th. So I'll choose the 17th. And then, right, you can do the premium if you want. Right, this was the largest trade expiring this week that's out of the money. Neutral sentiment. So, right, keep an eye on that. Alt 542,000. Here's an Uber trade 916.33 call for 50K. Interesting. And then you could obviously increase this to let's say 90,000. Tesla puts 294 put when the current price was 299. Not bad. Not too shabby. This is a perfect falling wedge. I'm surprised. I'm happy I just saw that on stream too. Right, this is like a perfect falling wedge. And alert here too. Looks really good. What other questions you guys got? PFE. I don't really like these names. Yeah, it's just a lot of chop. Um, Not really gonna look at it. Google. Playing options on Google's pretty tough, right? Spreads are pretty big. Um, right, needs to break this triple top here, right? Rejected once, twice, three times, four times. You can consider it five times. Needs to break that level. Do I ever trade more than five patterns or less? Yeah, you know, anything on that cheat sheet in the Discord is what I'll trade. In the market resources section is what I'll trade. Do you ever look at max pain? No, max pain is, the max amount you can lose, I guess. How do you trade options widespread? I'd rather just avoid it, right? It's never a good sign if there's a wide spread. That means there's not enough volume to make it a tight spread. Awesome. See you there. Reggio, if that's how you say it. See you there. Time frames for trend line, all time frames. It depends what you're trading. Supply and demand zones is just where there are common levels of support and resistance, right? For example, right, like this zone right here is a supply zone, right, or resistance, right? Supply is resistance, demand is support. Um, right, we bounced once, bounced twice, bounced three times, right, in this zone, right? So if we push this zone right here, it's going to act as resistance, right? There's supply. People are going to start to take profits, and it's going to come back down. It took about 2 to 3 years to get trading. Supply and demand is basically the same thing as support and resistance, just not as strict, you could say, or it's regions, not just lines. Yep, you could still use BT20 for 20% off the first month. Highly suggest following. Is there an amount of money? No, I do it for fun. I also do it for a living too, but at this point, I do it for fun. I love trading, right? You got to love it. Anything that you want to continue to succeed at, you need to be obsessed with it. If you're not obsessed with it and learning it and learning something new every day, even though how professional or experienced you are, right? You're gonna get bored of it eventually. You got to be obsessed. I love trading. I could trade sober. I could trade drunk. I could trade at the bar. I could trade. I trade, for a living. Um, you got to be obsessed. Keeps you on your toes. This industry. Market's always changing. There's always news, right? It's fun to chart, in my eyes. So get obsessed or get broke, and that's in anything, right? Same goes for real estate, right? You got to know the facts, you got to know the comps, you got to know all the details regarding price per unit, per square foot, whatever it may be, what other buildings are going for. Um, right? You got to know the facts. On that note, I'm gonna go watch the rest of that football game, right? Streaming, but for about 50 minutes here. But I look forward to streaming live tomorrow. It's gonna be an awesome change to the Discord. Right, I'll be live at 9 a.m. on YouTube, and then at 9:30 I'll be switching over to Discord. Um, gonna be awesome. Yep, exactly. Right. I you know do trading. Right, learn it, get obsessed. No, I do not use any indicators. But I'll see you in the morning. Right, live Monday to Friday. Um, let's kill it this week. Right, let's grow this challenge account. Current balance is about 13,000 on the challenge account. Let's see if we can get it to 20K this week. That'd be huge. Would love to get that account to 20K. If you guys have any questions, though, going forward that I didn't answer, just ping me in the Discord in the questions TA chat, and I'll send you a response. Um, Here is the ending screen that I'll be using. It looks pretty clean, right? At 9:30, this is what I'll put up. Right, we're switching to Discord, and that's the schedule on the right hand side. On that note, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a good one, guys.